My family consists of myself, my wife Lisa, and our 2 children. We are a typical Scandinavian family residing in a small town. Neither of us has had the perfect romantic history. Lisa left her dream prince after discovering his infidelity, while I was abandoned by my girlfriend for a wealthy man's son who whisked her away on a luxurious holiday. Lisa and I, both nursing broken hearts, serendipitously met at a ballroom and fell deeply in love. When our exes pleaded for reconciliation, we politely declined and chose each other. Now in our mid-30s, Lisa embodies the quintessential Scandinavian wife, tall, slender, and naturally blonde, though she seldom showcases her lovely legs, preferring jeans over skirts. One Monday evening, I parked our new Volvo V70 in the driveway, noting it had exactly 1,000 kilometers on the meter. Lisa, a nurse at the local hospital, took the car for her night shift, while I cared for our children. Typically, she returned before my morning commute, but on this Tuesday, she was conspicuously late. Hurriedly intercepting her upon her return, I sensed something amiss. The faint scent of perfume lingered in the car, a fragrance she didn't wear to work. With the meter now at 1,096 kilometers, well beyond the hospital's proximity, suspicion grew. After my morning obligations, I inspected the car more closely. Hidden behind the driver's seat, I discovered her jeans and sneakers, along with her purse and makeup in the compartment. Her mobile phone, forgotten in the rush, revealed disturbing messages from a man named Robert, detailing explicit desires and her eager reciprocation. Confronted with the painful reality of her infidelity, I grappled with the knowledge of being betrayed. In an unrelated circumstance, Sanji, a skilled computer technician and friend, initially joined the company as a cleaner. His unexpected prowess in resolving an Excel issue endeared him to me, showcasing his valuable capabilities beyond his assigned role. I agreed, and within moments, he effortlessly resolved the issue. Impressed by his skill, I offered him a permanent role as the company's computer expert. With Sanji on board, computer-related issues became a rarity. When faced with another problem, I sought his assistance, which he readily provided. After some errands, we proceeded to my home. Upon arrival, I found Lisa awake after her night shift. I feigned a computer virus issue and retreated to my den with Sanji. While she busied herself, likely searching for a misplaced phone, we discreetly installed spy software, granting me access to her communications. Though Lisa appeared preoccupied, she made no inquiries about her night out. Her attempt at intimacy later that evening was rebuffed under the pretext of feeling unwell, though sleep eluded me, plagued by unresolved questions. The following day, with Lisa occupied by her day shift, I concocted a fabrication about her sleep-talking, mentioning a mysterious Robert. Her flustered response hinted at guilt, which she dismissed with a fabricated story about a hospital gardener. However, her casual demeanor belied the gravity of the situation, suggesting she believed her jest to be sufficient resolution. As Wednesday unfolded, I surreptitiously monitored her activities, discovering her attempts to retrieve her forgotten phone from a motel and contacting Robert, albeit without success. Her voicemail left for him revealed a complex web of deceit and desire, betraying her commitment to maintaining her affair clandestine. In the ensuing days, I grappled with the reality of my wife's infidelity, navigating a labyrinth of deceit and emotional turmoil. My customer turned out to be Lena, a flirtatious divorced colleague who eagerly accepted my invitation for an after-work rendezvous. Opting for her apartment over a public venue, we indulged in drinks that swiftly led to passionate intimacy. Exploring her shaved intimacy reignited dormant desires within me, culminating in mutual pleasure and satisfaction. Lena's uninhibited enthusiasm revitalized my sexual appetite, drawing stark contrasts to my experiences with Lisa. Returning home, I found Lisa feigning sleep, likely burdened by guilt over her missing phone and fearing my discovery. On Thursday, with Lisa at work, I scrutinized the recorded conversation, revealing a damning email exchange between her and a man named Robert, detailing their clandestine affair. Lisa's mention of me as a good husband stung with bitter irony, yet I resolved to confront the truth. Examining our kitchen calendar, discrepancies in Lisa's schedule hinted at the times of her infidelity. Recalling a particular evening when she claimed overtime, I pieced together the timeline of her betrayal, likely orchestrated by Robert at a remote motel. Seeking closure, I enlisted Hans, a retired police officer, to investigate Robert's background. With minimal details, Hans uncovered unsettling truths about him, both his respectable facade and his sordid past. Armed with this knowledge, I confronted the reality of my cuckoldry and resolved to address it with newfound clarity. Friday marked an evening shift for Lisa, affording Lena and me an opportunity to rendezvous at her place after leaving work early. Our passionate encounter left me thoroughly satisfied, an experience unmatched in years. Lena's prowess in bed was undeniable. Returning home while Lisa was at work, I reviewed the recorded conversation and sifted through her emails. Although Robert's correspondence was absent from her phone, his email painted a damning picture. Lisa's response, though brief, hinted at her reluctance to meet his demands, citing domestic issues as an excuse. Reflecting on Robert's audacity, I refused to accept his characterization of me as a weakling. Despite allowing Lisa more autonomy in our relationship, it wasn't indicative of weakness but rather a belief in mutual respect and partnership. As a former paratrooper and someone accustomed to problem solving, I harbored no doubts about my ability to handle the situation. Anticipating further provocations from Robert, I redirected Lisa's incoming emails to a secure storage program. However, I resolved to apply subtle pressure to gauge her response. Saturday unfolded with its usual bustle, filled with shopping and social engagements. Over dinner with close friends, Martin's jest prompted a light-hearted exchange about my supposed dalliance with Lena, which I deflected with humor. Yet, Lisa's reaction upon our return home betrayed her simmering anger, accusing me of baseless accusations and shameful boasts. Caught off guard by her outburst, I realized the gravity of the situation and the need for a candid discussion. As true as you're boasting about betting some damn Robert. You're not being humorous, you're being irrational, she exclaimed, storming off to bed, seething with anger. Sunday was spent in the company of our children, both of us avoiding the tensions lingering from Saturday's argument. Lisa had a night shift ahead, during which there was no trace of Robert on the phone recording, but an ominous email from him awaited her. Lisa, don't attempt any tricks. You'll be in room 14 at the junction Monday evening as instructed. One more refusal, and I'll unleash the enclosed pictures and more on your spineless husband, inviting him to watch and wank as I ravage your untouched ass. The attached files, captured in low quality, depicted disturbing scenes of Lisa engaged in intimate acts with Robert. Feeling a surge of pity for her, I recognized the gravity of her predicament. While her actions had undoubtedly caused turmoil in our marriage, the sheer audacity of Robert's threats stirred a protective instinct within me. Responding with calculated resolve, I played along with Robert's demands, ensuring Lisa's safety while contemplating my next move. Despite the temptation to abandon her and pursue a new life with Lena, the complexities of custody and Lisa's merits as a mother complicated matters. Monday brought a revelation from Hans regarding a potential scandal at the Junction Motel, coinciding with Robert's demands. Realizing the gravity of the situation, I devised a plan, enlisting Lisa's unwitting cooperation as a crucial component. Upon returning home, I confronted Lisa with the damning evidence, initiating a sober discussion about the state of our marriage. What do you mean? Do you still believe my joke about the gardener? She questioned defensively. Not a joke about a gardener, but about a hospital equipment service engineer and a depraved psychopath named Robert Strand. You know him quite well, don't you? I retorted sternly. Her face flushed crimson, betraying her discomfort. Why would I? She stammered. Because you've engaged in sexual relations with that despicable man, putting your marriage, home, and children in jeopardy, turning yourself into a submissive pawn at his beck and call. Rumors are circulating about a gangbang being videotaped at the junction tonight. Is that what you want, Lisa? Did you not realize the game was over when I revealed the truth to Martin on Saturday? You have a choice, be my wife or Robert's plaything, I asserted, watching as realization dawned on her, prompting tears of comprehension. After she composed herself, I implored, Lisa, tell me the truth now, and I'll help you navigate this situation. I love you, Greg, and I have no intention of seeing Robert again, regardless of his threats. But I'm afraid, he's a dangerous man, she confessed tearfully. Such psychos like Robert often bluff and crumble when faced with real resolve. We'll confront him together, and you'll see his true colors, I reassured her. Please, don't do anything rash. I won't go, she pleaded. Displaying the incriminating pictures, I insisted, "You must cooperate to prevent him from spreading such filth online." "It's your decision." Clearly distressed, she relented, "I'll do whatever you ask, but no weapons. I don't want you doing anything foolish, promise." "Fine, now tell me the truth," I urged. Her confession confirmed my suspicions. The liaison had begun innocuously, with casual chats during his service visits to her ward. However, it swiftly escalated to clandestine dinners and illicit rendezvous orchestrated by Robert's manipulation. Lisa's compliance with his demands, including her attire and sexual activity, painted a damning portrait of her entanglement with the manipulative predator. Afterwards, she was instructed to kneel, remove her top, and perform oral sex until his arousal reached its peak. Once satisfied, he lay back on the bed, fully undressed, while she, still adorned in her skirt, stockings, and high heels, rode him vigorously until climax. Post-orgasm, she was permitted to discard her skirt but retained her high heels. His remarkable stamina, possibly enhanced by Viagra, facilitated multiple subsequent sexual encounters, each preceded by fellatio. Initially exhilarating, the experience soon turned nightmarish as he attempted anal penetration, eliciting screams of terror and subsequent punishment. Despite her desire to flee, the potent effects of champagne left her powerless, ensnared as his submissive plaything throughout the night. Upon her arrival home, she intended to discreetly change attire in the garage, but was confronted by my unexpected presence, prompting a hasty retreat indoors. She resolved to sever ties with Robert, yet maintained a facade of eagerness for their next encounter in her messages. Upon learning of Robert's threats and her sleep-talking incident, she realized the depth of my suspicions. Her attempt at intimacy was born not of Robert's coercion but from guilt and a desire to rekindle our bond. The discomfort of Saturday's social gathering compounded her distress. Subsequently, she inquired about Lena, and I assured her of my current intentions. With my focus solely on the impending confrontation, I coordinated with Hans, ensuring a backup plan for Lisa's safety if needed. During the journey to the junction, silence prevailed. Parking discreetly, I prepared for the confrontation, equipped with a wireless headphone connected to Hans for support. Arriving at room 14, Lisa, clad in the same provocative attire as the previous Monday, knocked on the door. Upon seeing her alone through the spy hole, Robert welcomed her with a derogatory slur. Seizing the opportunity, I emerged swiftly from behind the door, delivering a powerful blow to his solar plexus, followed by a forceful grip on his neck, driving his nose into my knee. A swift kick to his groin rendered him incapacitated within moments. Restraining him and signaling to Hans, I ensured his compliance. Lisa, stunned by my sudden display of violence, remained silent, unaware of my capabilities beyond my paratrooper background. While rummaging through the room, I discovered incriminating items, including a briefcase containing a laptop, digital camera, and 2 mobile phones, one likely Lisa's payment for her coerced participation. Erasing the laptop's contents elicited curses from Robert, silenced only by a bar of motel soap I forced into his mouth as a form of retribution. With a stern warning and a symbolic act of dominance, I disposed of his belongings in the briefcase, marking my disdain with a deliberate act. As Hans confirmed the arrival of the camera operator, I subdued him swiftly, ensuring silence as Lisa opened the door. The sight of Robert on the bed shocked the intruder, prompting a decisive blow from me. Disgusted, Lisa recoiled in horror, a reaction mirrored in her physical discomfort. Destroying the camera and seizing the operator's identification, I left a lasting message before departing with Lisa in silence. Sanji later uncovered additional evidence on the camera and phone, prompting warnings to other potential victims. Despite their silence, my actions served as a deterrent, ensuring Robert and his accomplice faced no further repercussions. Epilogue: Hans coordinated with hospital security, instigating a campaign that led to Robert's dismissal from his job. His employer, eager to avoid scandal, offered Lisa a generous settlement in exchange for her silence regarding the incident. The motel's camera operator faced a similar fate, terminated for his involvement in illicit activities. The ordeal left me grappling with the fragility of what I had perceived as a contented marriage. Without the telltale sign of the car's mileage and Robert's sinister intentions, their affair could have persisted indefinitely, threatening the stability of our union. Lisa, too, found herself in turmoil, apprehensive about the prospect of divorce. Seeking solace and clarity, she proposed a family retreat to the Canary Islands. Amidst the scenic backdrop of southern Tenerife, we immersed ourselves in the simple joys of family time, exploring theme parks and beaches by day, and engaging in heartfelt conversations over wine by night. Robert and Lena remained unspoken topics until one evening when Lisa tearfully broached the subject. In response, I emphasized my focus on the future rather than dwelling on the past. Moved by her vulnerability, she sought reassurance of her place in my life, prompting a declaration of my enduring love and a mutual agreement to dissolve our marriage. That night, amidst tears and catharsis, we shared a profound intimacy, marking a new chapter in our lives. Write your opinion in the comments. Thanks for watching and have a great day.